Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Thinking Pack. Today we are doing a task that is fairly simple. We are going to try to make a NASA workbench because we have the mission of trying to get to space. We are trying to get there as quickly as possible. And so in order to do that, you need to make a rocket. And in order to make a rocket, you need a NASA workbench. And so we're going to be making that today. It's actually a fairly simple recipe and we're going to see how far we can get. Today, that is the plan. So for this chapter of our Thinking Pack series, we are trying to get to space, and before we do that, before we get on to making the NASA workbench, you may have noticed that inside here it is very dark, and in case you're wondering why it's very dark is because apparently these holes that we have to let the light in, if you see up there, we've got trees in the way, so that is the problem why the light is being blocked. And where exactly is that? That's right there. And like that. There we go. And now we should have a little bit more light in that corner of the base. The other corners probably have the same problem. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that so that we can see what we're doing properly. Okay, that one doesn't have the same problem, so that's good. That is good indeed. And let's see. I think the rest of them might be good. It appears that we've got light coming in all the other directions. But in any case, we have up here a very dark area. Let's go ahead and place a little bit of a torch down to add a little bit of light into the situation. But these are our machines. So we've got here, this is our circuit fabricator. This is our compressor, our regular compressor, which I'm going to move out of the way because we don't need it there anymore. But let's leave it in the world. And then we have our other electric compressor over here. And these things are good because you can make all kinds of materials from them. You can compress metals. We did this in last episode making things like that. Just getting tongue-tied again, don't mind me. But in any case, NASA Workbench is what we were trying to make. If you press the button, it says the NASA Workbench is used to create many advanced parts and vehicles. New schematics can be added as they are found. So, basically how this works, you try to get to space. If we look at the galaxy map, which is this button, there we go, we are currently on the overworld, which is this one right here. We can go from the overworld to the moon is where we can go, which is excellent. That is the first stop along the way. Now, in order to get there, it sounds like you just make the NASA workbench and you have the schematic already to make the Tier 1 rocket to go to the moon. You can also go around the overworld. You can make a space station instead, which is another good idea. But in any case, Tier 1 rocket to get to the moon. In order to get to Mars, which is over here, then you need something such as a Tier 2 rocket, which is not a Tier 1, it is more fancy. And that would be because if you look at the main galaxy map, come on, zoom out. Zoom out, why won't you zoom out? Why won't it, what is wrong? Let's try the mouse wheel. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, in any case, you can see here is the overworld. Mars is farther away than the moon by a long shot, so we need a Tier 2 rocket. In order to get to Mars, in order to get the Tier 2 rocket, you need the Tier 2 rocket schematic, which happens to be in a dungeon on the moon. So we have to get to the moon in order to be able to get to Mars. And so that is the situation. And then after getting to Mars, we can also get, I think you have to get it from a dungeon on Mars, and then you can go to the asteroid belt, which is a really neat place to be as well. So that is that, and then there are also, you can add some other Galacticraft add-on mods, which maybe we'll do in the future. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about if you have any suggestions for which Galacticraft add-on mods to add on. And I don't know if we'll do it or not, but it won't be for a while at least anyways. But if you guys have suggestions, then let me know. But we need to make a NASA workbench. So let's go ahead and make that. That is fairly simple. Compressed steel, which requires a lot of steel ingots. We need advanced wafers. We need to put silicon into... You know what? Here's a nice thing about this circuit fabricator here. Wait a minute. Hang on. There's a menu that we're supposed to have. One moment, please. Aha! You can see this thing is supposed to show up somehow, and there we go. We're supposed to be able to see what a block is, and it wasn't working, but now it's working. Okay, circuit fabricator. We can fill it with, in these two slots here, we can fill it with the silicon and the redstone and the diamonds that we need, and then we can go ahead and use this thing to make the advanced wafer, and we can make the rest of the stuff. And let's check on our steel situation, because we need some steel to make the NASA workbench. And in fact, to go beyond that, we need a whole lot more, because the NASA workbench is only to make the materials to make the thing in the first place. We have 2 steel ingots. That's not going to be enough, is it? No, that's not. Okay, how do you make a steel ingot? Iron and carbon. Okay, that is an idea. So let's go ahead and take this out. But in any case, that is only to make the NASA workbench. We also need a whole lot of materials to make the actual rocket. What does it require? Rocket requires heavy-duty plates, which requires compressed steel, compressed aluminum, compressed bronze, and we need so many of those things. We went through this in the last episode, but in any case, as you can see here, there's the tier 1 rocket. We can add storage into the rocket as well. Storage space 36, storage space 56, or 10, or 18, or whatever. Here's the tier 3 rocket, here's the tier 2 rocket, and we can also make a cargo rocket, which is an automatic system, and I wonder if there's ways to take the cargo rocket and hook it up with Computercraft to do some things. That might be really, really neat. But in any case, let's go ahead and try to make the first rocket. We're going to need loads of carbon, so not carbon, we're going to need loads of whatever the thing was called. It was steel, and we're going to need so many of those. That's 15 iron, there we go, and 1 carbon. Now we can make steel. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a bunch of steel out of a bunch of iron out of our chest over here, iron like this, and stick them all into the chemical machine like this. And it is going to make loads of steel for us, which is going to be perfect. We also need to restart the engines because they are broken again. Let's go ahead and restart 2 of them instead of all of them. And there we go. Now, we should be coming up with a whole bunch of steel, which is perfect. How much do we need to make the NASA workbench? NASA workbench. And in case you're wondering, these things here are the plans. Oh, you can also make a moon buggy. You can make a moon buggy to transport yourself around, and I think it works on the overworld as well, which is a neat way of getting around. Oh, and there's an astro miner. Ooh, that is something. I don't know if you guys know much about it. I've never used that before. That could be very interesting. And will it work on the overworld? That's another question. But in any case, we have a NASA workbench, or we do not have one yet. Compressed steel, we need 8 steel ingots in total. We currently have 9. Okay, that'll work. That will work quite nicely. We also need the silicon, which was in the inventory somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna gather the materials and be back in a minute. All right, that is all the materials, hopefully. Hopefully that's all the materials, and let's find out. So, circuit fabricator. We need to stick in the silicon like this. We need to stick in, diamond, that is necessary and also forgotten. So, diamond is over here, and then after the diamond, that should be all of the materials. What do we need to make the advanced wafer? It is a redstone repeater, which is stone and stuff like that. One thing that's really nice about the circuit fabricator recipes is that they have basically the same recipe for everything. Let's go ahead and grab, like that, 4 diamonds. They have basically the same recipe for everything. It's just the one part is changed. Sometimes it is a redstone torch, sometimes it is a redstone repeater, and I think there's a third thing. I don't know if you guys, I'm pre-recording this episode, by the way, this particular episode, so I don't know if you guys have said anything on the last episode, but I think there is a third thing you can make. There's advanced wafers, there's basic wafers, and there's something else. But in any case, we've got here, I think it has to do with solar panels or something. What are we looking for? Advanced wafer, yes, redstone repeater. Redstone repeater. Let's go ahead and make 2 torches, 2 redstone torches. Would make the redstone repeater. Once we have this thing crafted, we are good to go. We need actually some more wood. And okay, there we go. There we go. And now we have some sticks. Now we have 2 sticks in there. Let's go ahead and make our redstone torches. And now we can make a redstone repeater. There we go. And that is a redstone repeater. Now we can stick that thing in here. And now we have, it is running. It will soon create our advanced wafer. We also need to compress things in the compressor, getting loads of machines running at once. And there we go. Let's go ahead and 6, 7, 8 steel ingots. And there we go. These things, by the way, the compressor and the circuit fabricator can in fact be automated. It is fairly difficult to do. I used to do it in the test world, or not the test world, but the previous version of this that I used to play just in a non-YouTube series. It is running out of power. Okay. Time to go ahead and turn more engines on. But in any case, I used to, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I used to try to automate them, and I think I was using AE2. And the difficulty is that it appears you can't really select which slot you want the things to go into. So, for example, how you automate something, like, as you can see, okay, that is going, just making sure everything is, it appears to not have enough power even now. What appears to be happening is that it keeps resetting back to 0 if it doesn't have enough power. So I think we need to activate all of the engines to make sure it has enough power to run the task at hand. But in any case, I was trying to say something, which was automating. Yes. So, to automate something like the machine over here, the whatever this is the chemical fission chamber. To automate that, basically, if you put a hopper or something on the top, then it will send items into the top slot of the chemical fission chamber. And so then they'll go through, and then you put a hopper on the bottom of it down here, and it will take items out of the bottom slot, which is excellent. So you can do that, and it's very specific about which slot it will take. Something such as a furnace, for example, that we have outside. If you put a hopper on the side of the furnace, then it will go ahead and put coal into the middle slot of the furnace. These things are a bit more difficult. It appears to, sometimes it puts it in the right slot, and other times it doesn't. And so it is a little bit difficult, although it can be managed to a large degree, but you do have to come back and occasionally unjam the system because it got jammed. So that is a thing when you get this completely automated, which we will hopefully be doing at some point. Let's see. Need some more redstone in order to make the redstone torch, which is the last thing for this build. And then we will have the NASA Workbench, and this thing is actually fairly sizable compared to a regular block. It's not very big, but it is fairly big. And let's see how big exactly it is after we grab some redstone. There we go, got some redstone. Now, we can make, are you ready to make the NASA Workbench? Alrighty, let's make the NASA Workbench, and here we go. Oh, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? Oh, because we need a crafting, no, we have a crafting table. Why didn't, oh, because we need levers. Okay, 1, 2, please. Only 2 levers. Only 2 levers. Now, are you ready to make the NASA Workbench and to pick up the sugarcane mess that we just made over here? Well, hopefully you are, because we just picked up part of the sugarcane mess. But in any case, back to the point is, first of all, to drop off the sugarcane, stick it in the place over there. There we go. And stick the rest of it in here. There we go. And now we can make the NASA Workbench. Compressed steel. We have 4 compressed steel. Do we have a redstone torch? We do not have a redstone torch. Okay, that is the problem. That is the problem. Where'd the sticks go? Where did the sticks go? They were right here. Okay, that would do it. That would do it. There we go. Now that we have the redstone torch, now are you ready to make the NASA workbench? Alrighty, let's get going. Make the NASA workbench one more time. Hold shift, click the question mark, and there we go. We now have a NASA workbench. You can see that it looks awfully interesting in the hand over there. It's the design of the thing looks very interesting. In any case, let's go ahead and head inside and find a place to put such a thing as a NASA workbench. So we are going to be setting the rocket to go to. Okay, this is very, very, very dark. This is very dark indeed. Okay. It may be time to something, not entirely sure. We need to unplug the roof somehow because this is very dark, but in any case, down there will be the rocket. Down there is where it will be launched from. And so we need some place to put this NASA workbench that is helpful. I think let's put it actually right beside the rocket launching station. So right down there, if we can even get down there, that would be excellent. There we go. Let's get down there this way and find the pathway through. And that would be down here this way. There we go. And here we go. Okay, that is not the right way because we need to be all the way down there. We need to be all the way down there. Oh, here's a thought that would be very helpful, possibly, is to set up one stream of water in the corner somewhere so that we can jump down the stream of water easily. Maybe an idea that may or may not be good. Oh dear! Okay, that was not the way to do it. Let's go ahead and try to fix this mess. And head all the way downstairs, and this time let's head all the way downstairs. Rather than stopping off at that middle platform, we need to sort out that big area over there. We need to sort it out fairly soon, because all we can do for now is just keep going down all the way into the very lowest part of the basement, and then find all our materials down here, and we need to climb up out of this little hole that we're stuck in as well. And there's our pocket computer. We need our poly tool. We have our NASA workbench back, which is perfect. We need our torches so that we can actually see what we're doing down here. That would be helpful. Where are the torches? We do not have the torches yet. We do not have the... Oh, we got the poly tool. That is good. Where'd it go? There it is. It's poly tool. And we need some... Oh, we have our torches. We have our torches. Okay, let's go ahead and grab those things like this. We have loads of materials on us, or rather had loads of materials. So we need to get some of those back, as many of those as we can. And that is that. Let's get down here. There's some more things down here. Let's go ahead and fill that in, and fill that in as well. And I think that's everything that... Oh, actually, that was more things that we just found. Wow, there are so many things to find that appear to have gotten lost down here. And there we go. So the idea would be to go ahead and fill in the floor, and then from there we can set up the rocket. And we're going to set up the other thing on the same level as the rocket. Set up the NASA workbench on the same level as the rocket will be. So that is the idea. So in any case, that is a torch. That is nothing down there. Nothing down there either. And I'm going to go just make sure that I didn't lose anything, because I have a whole lot of, had a whole lot of materials. And be back with you in a minute. Time for another precarious job. Just trying to prepare the basement to have room for the other machines. And what is going to be necessary is to get through, and whoops, that would be the redstone that the thing is supposed to have for the roof. Okay, time to fix that. But where did that come from? Where did it go? Okay, apparently precarious jobs. That was part of the precarious job, apparently. Where exactly? How do we... What? I'm stuck. I'm stuck in here. Okay, there we go. And I think that if we go up here... Whoop, come on. Come on, in through. Thank you, in through here. There we go. Okay, now to connect the redstone down there. Okay. Now, what needs to happen is to go into that section and let some light in. That is going to be necessary for that section to be to be workable, or like, is that the word? Workable? Like, to be able to work in that section, that is the thing. So, here we are. The roof of that section is way up there. So, it will take some climbing to get to the roof, and then trying to climb around, not fall off again like before, and fall to our death below. That would not be very good. So, let's see. Hopefully this will happen without any catastrophes. And that is the pipe. Okay, whoop. That was the pipe. Okay, where'd the pipe go? Pipe is here. There we go. Let's see about light. There we go. That is the pipe. And the roof is... okay, the roof is up here. Now, we need some light. First of all, let's get to that back corner over there. And that would probably be the easiest place to get to. And once we reach the back corner over here, just making sure we're not making any holes in the outside area. Okay, so now we can go from here, find which place is the actual back corner. Is that one. So let's bring it one in that way and one in this way. So right about there would be the place that we're trying to get through. And can we make it to there? Okay, there we go. That is a nice hole in the ceiling to let the light in, and there's a tree in the way as well. So let's go ahead and fix that tree. I'll be back once the other 4 holes are completed, hopefully without any catastrophes. We shall find out. The basement has been almost transformed. Well, in any case, we've got the roof has now the holes in it, so now it's nice and bright down here. Down here is the bedrock level. We are in section 3, by the way. This is section 2 over here with the cobblestone generator that is sort of automated, not yet completely, but in any case, this is the bottom level. This is layer 5, in case you're wondering, the F3 coordinates there. And then up here, this is layer 10. This is where the rocket will be. The reason for that is just so that if we want any automation to go underneath here, then we can just add the automation underneath the rocket. We have a place to do that. And I've started filling in the outside with black carpet because that should look really nice. The contrast between the rocket and the launch pad and stuff and the black carpet would look very nice. The only problem is that we need about 100 carpet or so. How many would that be exactly? That's about 16 by 16. So that would need a calculator to figure that out probably. But in any case, we need to actually put down this NASA workbench because now we have our place. So the rocket will probably go right in the direct center of the room over here, like this, somewhere around here. The crafting table's over there. The NASA workbench would probably be good to put... This, by the way, is the tunnel that gets through from other sections of the base over that way into our strip mine and also into our other sections way over there. Let's put it over here, I guess. Yeah, we can move it later. Let's go ahead and put the NASA workbench down here. You can't really place it on carpet, so let's go ahead and place it down. There we go. That is the NASA workbench, and it actually is a little bit smaller at the bottom than I was thinking, so let's go ahead and put those back. That is now our NASA workbench, and as you can see, it's quite large, and the pump can probably be removed because it's a little bit in the way, but in any case, this is a nice-looking NASA workbench, and it doesn't really matter what it looks like, though. What matters is what's on the inside. And on the inside is the place to place all of the schematic stuff for the rocket. So, this is the Tier 1 rocket schematic. We can add a new schematic. If you see on the left side, there's a back button and a next button. If you click next, you can add a new schematic in here. You can find new schematics by completing dungeons on planets and moons. So, that is what we are off to do. We eventually want to get to the asteroid belt, which means we need to get to the moon, get to Mars, stuff like that, like I said earlier in the video. Unlock schematic, yep, okay, back here. Okay, Tier 1 rocket, so we now have the NASA workbench, which means that we can now, it's like a crafting table except for rockets. So we can now craft the rockets, which is perfect. So now let's go ahead and check on the rocket, and what is required to make a rocket. what is required is a whole bunch of heavy-duty plates to start with, which means a whole bunch of bronze, which means a whole bunch of metals, aluminum, things like that, steel. Okay, so it's going to be a long process. For now, I'm gonna get rid of the pump there, because it's a little bit in the way. But also, then, in between episodes, I'm going to try to do a bunch of processing metals, things like that, see how much of that I can actually get done in between. But that would be the idea, is to do that, get a whole bunch of materials ready, and be able to make the rocket in the next episode. That is the idea. So, let's go ahead and just finish plugging up the pump. There we go. I think it'll retract the pump thing, hopefully. Maybe yes, maybe no, I don't know. Let's go ahead and pick up the pump, and we don't really have any good place to put it in any sort of storage chests or anything, so let's just go ahead and put it down there. Hopefully it won't extend the pump thing through the blocks. But then we should be good to go. So that will be our place down there. We'll have the nice contrast looking between the black wool once it's completely filled in, and the rocket, which is more of a gray type of thing. And that is the idea. So in any case, we have succeeded in making the NASA workbench. We are on our way to make the rocket, and we need loads of materials to proceed. But in any case, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and stuff like that. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or whatever, then let me know in the comments, and see you guys later. Bye-bye!